we've made some really neat improvements to our new series color picker. So I've set up a chart already I've switched the rows and columns, and here we go. I'll just show you the data. So I've selected total and gender, but I've switched the rows and columns. So my legend and my axes have switched around, and I've chosen a stacked bar chart. Now, something like this, and this is something again that we see you doing regularly, is you maybe want to put a positive to negative color scheme on this rather than just the colors from the template. So we've already sent you a video showing you how you can now pick a series and then go and choose a color for that series. So I could go and pick something, see it's turn pink there. Now what we've done is we've added the ability to create and use presets. The other thing that you might have noticed is we're also pulling in more colors directly from your template. So we've got 12 template colors here now rather than the 6 that were there before. And we're also storing recently used colors. So every time you use a new color, it will appear down here. So if you're using the same color again and again and again, it will just appear down here. So that's nice and easy to use. But the color presets is something that's really going to save you a lot of time. So I already have some presets that I've set up for my account, but I'm going to show you how to create one. But first off, I'm going to create it from an existing preset. So I've got this 5-point scale, and you see here the colors change. Template colors down here below the drop down. Update depending on which preset I choose, and then you can just click apply preset to chart. Now it's applied that, but it's kind of counterintuitive because we're going from very likely being red to very unlikely being green. We probably don't really want that. So what I would need to do is I'm going to change the colors for this chart anyway, but then I'm going to save it as a positive to negative scale rather than a negative to positive scale in my presets. So we're going to just go through this one by one. Very likely I'm going to change to green. 2, I'm going to change to the other green. 3 stays yellow. 4 will become red. And 5 will become a brighter red. What I might do, I'm not a big fan of that green on the second one, so I might just change that slightly. Just maybe go something a bit more. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of more in line with this red, a bit more pastel-y. Cool. So I've created this color scheme, but now I want to use it again, not just for this project, but for future projects. So I can go over here to color presets, and you can see this is where I'm storing my presets. So I'm going to create a new one, which you could do just by clicking on this plus sign and then adding colors one by one. But we also have this really handy little load chart colors button. And when I do that, it brings in the colors that are currently being used in this chart. So I'm going to call this 5-point positive to negative. And here I have the ability to save it as a company preset because I'm in charge of the company defaults for this account. But if you're not in charge of company defaults for an account, you won't see this. You'll just be able to save it for yourself. But you can also ask the person who has control of the company defaults to create color schemes that can be used by every single person within your company that has a license. So I'm going to click on create color preset here. And now that will go into my list of color presets. So if I was to jump to question 3, and let's very quickly do this because I'm running out of time. Switch the rows and columns, make it a stacked bar chart. Go to series colors, I can use 5-point positive to negative, apply presets. And there we go, exactly the same. Obviously I could have, just hit apply settings too and done the same thing. But if I was going to be using this on a project that I'm working on tomorrow, I'll still have this preset available to me.